Eat it. And you know it, take a breath. And you know it, and you really ought to show it if you come, and you know it, take a breath. If you're ready and you know it, jump high. If you're ready and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're ready and you know it, jump high. Cane. Oh, if you can as a bean. Yes, show it if you can as a bean. Happy and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray! 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 If you're hungry and you know it, rub your belly. If you're hungry and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're hungry and you know it, rub your belly. You were still. If you want to be still, then you really ought to. If you want to be still, it's still. If you're itchy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're itchy and you know it, have a scratch. If you really and you know it, get real small. If you're little and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you really and you know it, get real small. I feel quite big. If you're sleepy and you know it, have a stretch. If you're sleepy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're sleepy and you know it, have a stretch.
You are cold at night and shake your body.
Shake your body.
If you're happy and you know it, have a laugh. If you're late and you know it, look ashamed.
If you're late and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're late and you know it, look ashamed.
I actually was too one time. But if you're distracted and you know it, take a breath.
If you're distracted and you know it, take a breath. If you're distracted and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're distracted and you know it, take a breath. I don't know, we'll try in a minute. Has everyone had a sing?
I counted that we're missing 2, but we'll forge on.
Or John.
Yeah?
John.
Yeah?
Okay, no, we better start. Got a big day.
Or John.
Cool. All right, welcome to day 1, everybody. Day 1 of 6, just getting started. Love that great energy. There's so much ahead of us. Things we don't even know yet. So we've got a few little warm-ups to get the blood pumping this morning, get our brains into gear. Some of us slept well, some of us didn't. So just bringing that energy back to the group and back to this space. What we're going to do in a second is line ourselves up over there in that nice lawn we've got there in certain orders. So the first order we'll do is if you're very vertically challenged, like Ro and myself, you'll be down this end near Jodie's bike. And if you're quite tall, you'll be up that end towards the tree. And we're going to arrange ourselves in this order without talking. Off we go. Oh, it looks pretty good. If we can bring these ends of the circle round a little bit, just a little, so we can see each other. Semicircle. Sort of, slight semicircle, yeah. And what we'll do is people are going to say their name, and it's going to be really quick, but I'd encourage us to listen out to the names we really need to remember, the ones we don't know yet. So it's just a quick chance. All right, names?
Nick. Charlie. Nathan.
Shani,
Wayne.
Sarah,
Pat.
Naomi, Stacey, Judy,
Rod.
Jodie,
Jasper. Seb. Ollie.
Steph, Gemma, Megan, Michelle, Greta, Rachel, Nichols, Jill, Sarah Faye, Kat.
Ro.
You're the shortest. Brenna.
No, I'm just being kind.
She was standing on the septic tank before trying to get taller. Okay, next one. If your name starts with A, B or C, you'll be down this end. And if your name starts with Z, you'll be up that end. And again, we'll do this one without talking.
First or last?
First name, please. Shall we see how we went?
Yeah, give it a go.
Okay, Brenna,
Charlie.
Gillian. Greta. Gemma. Jodie. Judy. Kath. Naomi. Michelle. Megan.
Nick.
Sophie.
Rod.
Row.
Sarah Faye.
Johnny. Steph.
great job everyone. That was pretty impressive. Okay, third and final one. If you're never taught anything before in your entire life, not even a friend how to make a recipe, you'll be down this end, newbie teaching experience. And if you're older than Jeff and taught Jeff on his PTT and are still going every day, you'll be up this end, lots of teaching experience. This one you can talk. Just teaching, broad teaching, any teaching.
You don't, hey mate, you don't do any teaching.
The opportunity to say the name of the person beside them all the time.
Does Mummy count?
Mummy can count.
Daily, I'm a mum, I'm a grandmother. I like that. Yeah. All right.
Shani, Ollie,
Yeah, I think so.
Stacey. Okay. I'm just getting names.
How many years are we here?
I'm sure she's going to ask us to say names.
Teaching
And
ten.
someone.
Oh no.
Was it teaching
There's a daily, there's daily up there, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I've got most experience.
No, I wouldn't say this.
I don't know.
But then how much are you taught in the fire? What are we up
don't
here?
know. How many?
Yeah,
Have you
okay.
been a teacher in most of your life?
Definitely not full time. I recken I'm about
I spoke up
here
on
too.
a
Yeah.
research scientist before I done permaculture. It still gives me 40 years teaching or something. But it depends how many years ago that was.
Little permy one. Yeah, my friend made that for me.
Have you been a professional teacher all your life? Oh, have you really? That's just what you need for permaculture teaching. Yeah, I remember thinking I wish I'd done kindergarten for teaching. I think all this stuff is brilliant. Oh, it is different. Yeah,
He's up that end.
They bring so much knowledge.
So turn to the two people next to you and say what your name is and remember what theirs is.
Oh, we have to say what our names are. Hello. Yeah, you're Kath, and you do lace making. I do. Yeah. Right. Right. And I know Shani, I know Ollie. I've forgotten your Judy. Thank you, Judy. Yeah. Right. We have to.
We just went down the line.
Oh, did you? How far can you go? Two. Helping each other.
No, well, I'm not. I'm working hard today. I know.
Yeah, it's amazing if we do enough of this stuff, you suddenly get it, and it's okay to say I've forgotten.
I haven't been good at it. I'm good at saying, I remember your face, I've forgotten your name, please remind me.
Alrighty, so we'll just check in with a couple people. What have we got down this end? Amateur.
Kids, but no results.
And I just want to name that in this course we get all kinds of people from all levels of permaculture and teaching experience, and that's really beneficial. It is the fresh view that people who are new to teaching bring to teaching is something that more experienced teachers really value, so it's a really beautiful thing to have in a course. Yeah, and it is a course to become stronger in teaching, so we expect to have a whole range. Now I'll say in this particular course, because Ro doesn't come to WA that often, we do have a lot of people up this end, which isn't always the case in these courses. It's a really exciting addition to this one too, because we're all here to learn from each other. So that's great, thank you. What about up here? How much experience we got here?
A bit of tutoring.
Yeah, a bit of tutoring.
Yeah, with like when I was,
Yep, excellent. Cool.
just like first time.
Tutoring what?
high schoolers and uni students.
In
Chemistry. Yeah, it's like all my high school subjects. It's weird to think about. Yeah, chemistry, maths, English.
we've all got our past lives. It'll come in handy here, I reckon. Right, Charlie's just moved. Some debate over whether the musician songs are actually teaching while he's not talking.
How many schools workshops have you done, Charlie? How many schools workshops have you done?
Yes, it does. It's not big things.
Real job.
Sarah, what have we got up here?
I did like a whole year of full-time teaching and then some relief teaching and a little bit of home.
Yeah, great. And then up towards this end, what have we got?
School principal, former.
That doesn't mean I've taught anything.
Another school teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Yep.
40 years in pre-primary.
Wow.
I'm a mum and a grandma, but I've worked in schools for years. I've done homeschooling. I've been teaching hands-on skills, whether it's from sewing to cooking to preserving to nutrition to permaculture, or I've lost count.
Great.
I lost count too.
So we're seeing there's a whole range of, part of why this is a bit of a challenging thing to line up. Charlie doesn't know where he's meant to be. It's all right. Is that there's different forms of teaching, isn't there? Being a parent, big one. Sometimes doing courses is teaching experience as well when you're taking a course as a learner. So, all right, we'll head back to the circle.
Yep.
Good job, everyone.
I'm going to go and get my hat.
Thanks. Probably a teaching moment. There's probably a teaching moment here.
Yeah, point it out.
About the circle and coming together and
Yeah.
the importance of an activity or something. Anyway, we'll take it at your pace.
Well, did you want to speak to that, Ro?
Yeah, look, it's really important for you to have a few activities for people because it's known, especially when they come together, that people relax and they learn better when they can just have a little bit of fun. It doesn't mean the whole thing has to be a riot, but it really is just a little bit of relaxation and undoing. In this case, it's about name learning, and for everything we do, there's probably 6 ways to do it. You can regard them as permaculture techniques. So we start with the morning circle, and the importance is that everyone gets to speak at least once, if not twice. And that's an important part of this process, is to be seen and heard individually at least once in the morning circle and several times during the day. And that is critical, and I can't tell you why it's critical, but it matters. So you're going to have the experience of the process, and you're going to teach yourselves the content of PDC in this course. So we have a few things to do in the morning circle. We've done some of them. We've done a couple of activities for name learning, and now we're on to
Gathering?
Yeah, the gathering, the morning gathering. We normally allocate about half an hour to this. Okay, and with something a little bit light, something a bit of fun, and usually some form of revision of the day before. So was anyone not here last night at the session where we did housekeeping? Right, can someone please, what's your name again? Can someone please tell Rachel what she missed in housekeeping, fairly briefly? Oh, okay, Rachel, Nick and Kath. Would someone just please tell them what they missed in the housekeeping?
First aid kits in the kitchen on top of the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Lots, I use it.
Mobile phones off as much as possible and not back in the kitchen room.
If anyone's sick or injured, you can see Wayne or myself, and we'll liaise with teachers.
Shut the gates.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You can go for a walk if you want.
Shut the gates.
Don't be late.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be late. That's the private house just over there, right beyond those trees, and then go to your Rose house down the lane line. There's a big kids room that's right.
And finally, what's the importance of doing housekeeping quite soon up early in your course?
Provides a safe environment.
Good.
for the pets.
Terrific. Yep. Thank you. Very good. Good. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so we call this a gathering where we go around the circle and everybody's voice is heard. There are ways to do this that can take quite a while. There are also ways to do this that's quite brief. Like I said, it's valuable for us to all have the opportunity to speak and be heard. On that note, if you would like to pass, you always have the right to pass in this course. You don't have to explain it, just say, I'll pass. And we'll give an opportunity at the end. Anyone who passed would like to speak. If you then have thought of something, you're welcome to. There's no pressure there. For today's morning gathering, we'll say our name, where we did our permaculture design course, or for those of us who haven't done one, where we started learning about permaculture, and when that was. So my name's Brenna. I did my PDC in Chile, in Spanish, back in 2014, and my teacher's name was Griffin Hope. One of you guys like to go?
Yeah, my name is Pat. I did my permaculture course here about 2 years ago with quite a few of you lovely teachers that I seen out.
I'm Charlie, and I did my PDC with Robin Francis at Genbong Gardens in 2011.
I'm Wayne. I did my PDC with Bill Mollison and Jeff Commission in 1985 at Murdoch University.
I'm Stacey. I did PDC with this one with Dave Coleman and Dave Coleman in Denmark in 1998.
Can I just interrupt you? I'm aware there's traffic noise, so if we can all project our voice to the group, that'd be great. Thank you.
My name is Judy. I've been reading about permaculture since about 2009. Did my PDC in 2018 with permaculture educated by Fiona Blackman.
My name is Rod. I did my first short course with Child Opera, many because I can't remember, but I did my PDC here at Harvest with Country Jeff.
I'm Sarah Fay. I did my PDC here at Harvest 2 months ago actually. With lots of speakers, Rachel. I did my PDC here as well.
Sebastian said, I haven't done a PDC, but I've read a lot of permaculture books about the last 10 years.
I've been doing that permaculture for about 7 years and I did my PDC.
My name's Sarah.
My name is Michelle. I did the PDC about 2 years ago at Ecovia, but we too.
My name is Mara. I did PDC here in 2020 and the 3 weeks of PDC in 2020.
I'm Megan. I also did my PDC here in 2020.
I'm Steph. I did my PDC in 2018 with Greta, Margaret and Margaret from dairy. And then 2019 did cert 3, 2020 did cert 4, and then 2021 did the 4 did Rosemary.
I'm Kath. I did my PDC with Charles Otway and Tash Levy and Todd, can't remember his surname, in 2013.
I'm Naomi. Privileged to grow up living near Jeff and soaking in as much as I could from my stepmom Julia, who co-taught with Jeff. Did my first official course as a group of workshops with teachers in 2013. It was a permaculture event that ran for a week. And then I followed that up with 3 co-teaching teacher support roles in Melbourne with Tamara Griffin, Delvin, and also with Adrian Whitehead. And then I did another one with Jeff in 2018 with the whole family. It was great.
pressure. Thank you. My name is Gemma. I did my PDC maybe 8 or so years ago, and I did it here at Permaculture.
G'day, I'm Nick. I did my PDC back in May here with Rod and Jeff and others.
Thank you. I'm Ro. I did my PDC in 1986 with Robin Francis and the Blue Mountains.
Hello, I'm Greta, and I did my first PDC in 2017 with Ian True and Sunshine Coast.
My name's Jasper. I did the most recent PDC before. Before that, sort of learning from staying from places and reading.
I'm Jill. I've been reading about Permaculture for about 7 years as well, and did my PDC here in September 2020 with some other people here and some people here as well.
I'm Nathan. I did my permaculture, first permaculture course in 2016 with Greta, and then I did another one in Carroll in 2017.
My name's Shani. I did my permaculture design course in 2019, I think, with the two teachers coming along.
I'm Jodie, and I did a COVID PDC here at Fair Harvest, and many of my great teachers are at the moment.
Yeah, I'm Ollie. I did my first PDC with Ross Mars in 2004.
With your COVID PDC one where everyone got COVID and a PDC?
No, it wasn't like WA with a hard water.
Very well planned. Great, thanks everyone. So we've got a lot of representation from different PDC experiences. That'll be really valuable. To finish off the circle, we've got space for any announcements, anything people need to share with the group. We've got a couple. One is at the barn over here, is a quiet space that people are welcome to use. Some people used it yesterday for meditation. That's great too. And sometimes people get a group together and self-organise a little morning yoga or afternoon yoga session. I just ask that if there is a yoga group that they talk with the meditation people, because sometimes there's tension there between noise and not noise. So self-organise that, but you're welcome to use the barn. If it's pouring with rain or you're freezing cold, there are blankets there, and as a last resort for shelter, you can actually stay there if you need to. Other announcements?
There are two announcements. Normally we would have spoken last night about insurance, and as your teachers you have to address this question. The cost of insurance today can break you or break your course. It can be huge. So what we have is, this place is insured, by the way. I've spoken to Deb. It has, you know, all the correct insurance, so we're not worried about that. But normally, if you haven't got that and you don't want to pay the hundreds of thousands, then you give your students a waiver form which simply says they've been told the risks of the site, they've been told any dangers, they've been warned about anything that might go wrong, they accept responsibility for themselves and they sign off. And Greta is preparing a folder for each of you with forms like that, so you don't have to invent your own. And if you're teaching, we will give you a series of forms and things at the end. The other sort of form is the one for release of photographs or quotes by you to the public. So Jeff is making, a film of this course, and this is to be distributed free to anyone who wants it under the Commons. So none of it is to be used for profit, can be used for teaching anywhere. We think it probably isn't necessary to sign a form or get you all to sign a form. If ultimately I guess that you felt responsible, Brenna, or the place running this, we would have to get you all to sign a form saying you're aware that this is for public education and information, and you would eventually have access to it. So one of those forms will also go into your folder. We'll keep adding that stuff as it happens. Yeah. I think it will. I can check again for you. We have someone who works for us. I haven't ever heard of anyone being sued, but obviously it could happen. And this form has got
you take legal responsibility for yourself as well. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay.
Other announcements? Tomorrow then, Pat? Sure, thanks, tomorrow. Yeah, so halfway through the first session, shortly, we'll divide up into groups, which some of you know from the PDC here. There'll be different jobs, and one of the really fun, let's stop calling them jobs, let's call them... In the PDC I did in Chile, we'd call them servicios amorosos, love services, which is this kind of like, we're weird hippies, aren't we? We call our jobs love services. We won't do that here. All right, we can do that here. Well, I'll try it out. Let's see how it flows. One of our servicios amorosos that the groups will be doing is morning circle. So there's a sheet, and Greta will show us, but it actually says what happens in each morning circle. We bring people to the circle with some sort of song type thing, yeah, energizer type thing. We get people moving, so energizer, they can be the same thing if you want. We have some sort of revision, and we normally have the gathering, where we each have our voice being heard. You time that accordingly, and we have space for announcements. So in your group of about 6 people, you'll be able to figure out how that flows and what your role in that will be. And you'll find out your groups shortly. Thanks, Pat. Great question.
Yeah.
Are there announcements or questions?
About the energizers is to give the maximum opportunity to everyone to do something. And as Greta did last night, here's a permaculture. It's not a matter of me standing in the middle and saying, everyone look at me and follow me. It's a matter of each person having an opportunity to have it looked at and to do something. So it's about cooperative games, needs to be acceptable to all genders, all roles, all ages in general, and if people want to opt out, they can. But they need to meet those criteria. Anything that's violent or hurtful in any way, we're not interested in.
Thanks, Rose. Cass, did you have a question?
More a statement, but it's a request. I need to see people's faces when you speak. If you turn and speak over your shoulder, I can't hear anything if I can't see your lips moving.
Thanks, Kath.
And will you always place yourself so you can see as many people as possible? Thank you.
Very good point. My hearing is not always great.
Yeah, likewise, sit where you need to sit. Yeah, we'll have an awareness of that. Thank you. No more? Wonderful. So we'll move inside for the first session, grab what you need to have, but we're going to be swift and speedy. In
Got
this
all
one,
these
yeah.
teaching moments in this, haven't we? The reason why we do things, we tell people all the way through, and I'd forgotten that.